Hello and welcome to the Eureka High School Athletic Presentation. This mandatory presentation is designed to provide parents and athletes with essential information they will need to make the upcoming athletic season successful. This presentation is taking the place of the traditional parent night that has been held at the beginning of the school in previous years. During this presentation, you will also be given directions to access our online athlete registration tool. This process is the only way a student athlete can sign up for athletics at Eureka High School. You will not be considered a member of a team until you complete this process. This online process will enable my office to become more efficient in collecting mandatory documents such as insurance waivers, physicals, and IHSA documents. It will also allow us to automatically create rosters and communicate with parents of all teams in a more efficient manner. Thank you for your cooperation. Before we get started, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jason Green and I'm beginning my 17th year as the athletic director at Eureka High School. I'm very proud of the athletic tradition that exists at Eureka High School, and it's my honor to be leading such a fine group of coaches and student athletes. Please feel free to contact my office at any time with questions or concerns. The mission of District 140 is to educate, empower, and support all students to reach their maximum potential. Please help our coaches reach these goals by being a positive role model both at home and in the stands. Interscholastic sports are an extension of the classroom and enrich the educational experience for all students. The school handbook covers the district's philosophy and objectives. It is easy in this day and age to lose perspective when it comes to athletics. We trust our athletes adhere to all the policies and requirements outlined in the EHS handbook, and we hope they have a wonderful experience representing EHS on and off the playing field. As parents and student athletes, it is important to know the chain of command in case you have any questions, suggestions, or concerns. I will always support students speaking to their specific sport coach first. Many questions and issues can be resolved with proper communication. I recommend the following chain of communication. 1. Athlete to coach. 2. Athlete to parent. 3. Parent to coach. And 4. Parent to athletic director. Begin first by communicating with the coach at appropriate times. Please schedule appointments and avoid contacting the coach directly before or after a contest. Please visit us at the following addresses to get the most up-to-date information regarding Eureka High School and the Eureka High School Athletic Department. 8 to 18 will be the main hub for all athletic communications and will have up-to-the-minute information including schedules, results, rosters, and coaches' contact information. This is also the site you will visit to register for all sports. New this year will be the option to become a member of the Hornet Athletic Booster Club. Players are expected to meet the following expectations as members of any Eureka High School athletic team. Please keep in mind it is a privilege to wear Eureka across your chest. Please respect and honor this privilege. Following the parent guidelines will help ensure a successful season for both you and your athlete. Please model appropriate behavior and communicate any issues that arise. For the athletic experience to be a positive one, coaches too are expected to follow a certain set of guidelines. Eureka High School coaches are well trained, well versed, and well aware of their responsibilities to the student athletes. Please keep in mind that they look at their teams from a panoramic view, whereas parents you might only see a telescopic view. Our coaches will strive to do what is best for their teams and for your child as an individual. If at any time you have an issue with a coach, please talk to that coach directly. It is counterproductive to talk in the stands or behind a coach's back. After all, we are all in this together. The number one concern I hear from parents revolves around playing time. It bears repeating. Please talk to the coach if you have an issue with your child. Our coaches will not discuss other athletes, only your child. I suggest making an appointment before or after a practice. I will never support a parent talking to a coach directly after a game. Eureka High School has a strict no-pass, no-play policy in place for all student athletes. Grades will be checked every Monday to determine eligibility. If a student is failing one class at the weekly check, they will be placed on probation for 1 week. This allows them to still participate. If they are still failing at the next weekly grade check, they will become ineligible until all grades are passing. Students failing 2 or more classes will be ineligible immediately until all grades are passing. Students, it is vitally important to keep the balance of academics and athletics. Please stay on top of your schoolwork and seek help from your teachers if you need it. Most of the time, students that become ineligible are simply not turning their work in on time. Stay organized so you can stay on the court or field. Participation in athletics and other extracurricular activities is highly encouraged but remains a privilege. All students involved in extracurricular activities shall comply with these rules and regulations and conduct themselves in a manner that will bring credit and honor to themselves, their school, and their community. Failure to follow these rules will result in consequences as outlined in the student handbook. Now let's switch gears and talk about registering your child for athletics at Eureka High School. You will access the registration form at the athletic website il.8to18.com/Eureka. Once there, you will need to click on the registration tab. You will be directed to the registration page and you may begin the process of registering your athlete. Please note, if this is your first time registering a student for high school sports, you will need to create an account. Past users may log in using the same information as in the past. This process will take approximately 10 minutes. Once you reach the dashboard, this is where you begin the process. Please complete all the required information as we will use this for updates through email and text messages. The information you put in is very important to receive mobile updates regarding any calendar changes. The athletic office will be able to mass email individual sports teams of any changes such as cancellations due to inclement weather. It is important to have your current email and the athlete's school email. Both cell phone numbers are equally as important. Parents may sign up for multiple sports at one time during the online registration process. This will put your student on the roster and make them eligible to try out on day 1. In the event there are cuts, the student that did not make the team will be dropped from the roster. Again, it is vitally important that you register your child for every sport they plan on trying out for. This is the only way the coach knows you have completed the necessary paperwork and are eligible to try out. If you fail to register and your student is not on the coach's list, they will not get to practice until they register and they do appear on the coach's roster. All Eureka High School student athletes are required to complete the following forms: an insurance waiver form, the presentation release form, IHSA medical release forms, and they must have a current physical on file before being allowed to practice. All the required forms are available when you register online and will be signed digitally. We will not accept the forms in any other way. Furthermore, we cannot accept physicals through this system, so you must turn this in prior to day 1 of practice. Do not give your physical to the coach. I repeat, do not hand it to the coach at practice. You may mail, email, fax, or bring the physical form to the main office between now and August 8th. Failure to turn a physical in prior to day 1 of practice will delay your start date. Again, remember to select all the sports that your son or daughter wants to participate in when registering. Even if they are unsure at this time, please select the sport. It's easier to remove them once they decide at a later date. Detailed information regarding fall practices can be found by visiting www.athletics2000.com/Eureka. Click on the individual sport for specific dates and times for those practices. As a reminder to prospective college athletes, there are guidelines set forth by the NCAA if you want to participate in college athletics. It is suggested that you meet with your counselor during your junior year to talk about and register with the NCAA Clearinghouse. There are also many available resources online to assist you.
We are pleased to have a great partnership with the Sports Enhancement Center of Bloomington. They will provide athletic training services to our student athletes here at Eureka High School. Colleen Daniels has served as our athletic trainer here the past 3 years and will continue to provide the best service available in Central Illinois.
Numerous opportunities exist to support Hornet Athletics. I encourage all parents to join the Hornet Athletic Booster Club. Their major fundraiser this year will be a Booster Club membership drive. A $25 donation will entitle you to Booster Club member status and will get your name in all publications. 100% of all the money raised from the Booster Club goes back to the programs at EHS. You can become a member online or by filling out a membership form that will be available at all home games. Contact Jason Hospelhorn, Booster Club President, for more information. This concludes the parent-athlete presentation. You may now continue to the online registration. Don't forget to fill out all the necessary forms and get your physical to the main office by August 7th. Again, it's important to note your student will not be allowed to practice until registration is complete and a physical is on file. Best of luck to all of our teams this year as we try to repeat as the HOI Conference All-Sport Champion. And as always, it's a great day to be a Hornet.